when you are anxious or depressed, I want you to know that it is okay. It is normal for one to feel this way because at the end of the day, anxiety and depression, it all boils down to emotions, your thoughts, right? So your thoughts, they matter. But when it comes to depression, it's just your body, it's just your mind telling your body that we need to rest. Our thoughts right now are actually putting us in a place whereby we feel as if we don't want to socialize with people. We just want to be antisocial. We just want to be cooped up in this place because our thoughts are crippling our reality. When it comes to anxiety, it is your emotions and your feelings telling you that whatever it is that's happening right now around me, I'm not in control of. So your mind basically goes into defense mode whereby you feel scared, you feel anxious. So when you're feeling anxious and depressed, I want you to know it's normal for you to feel this way. As a person who has anxiety, I want you to feel safe and talk to me in the comment section, and I want us to create conversations whereby such things are normalized. So if you're new here, hi, my name is Nina Clement and welcome to my channel. And for today's video, we're going to be tapping into mental illness and how we can maneuver around such stigmas and create thought-provoking conversations whereby we can help each other grow and maneuver through this world. So if you're new here, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and let's do this. So for a person who's battling with depression and anxiety at the same time, it can be really be confusing for someone because you are scared and tired at the same time, right? And you want to be successful, you want to do great things in life. However, you're not productive in this moment. So which cripples everything you're trying to achieve in your life because you know that you've got the potential, but you're not putting in the work, you're not being productive, right? You want to have friends, you want to have a social life. However, you are closing yourself off and you feel lonely. So it's like really confusing. I think with me, when I had my phase of being depressed, I felt really just alone, right? Even though I have friends, I have family and stuff. And I think at that time I was just going through a phase of just being confused, and I felt so belittled. Just coming from a very toxic relationship, it had me on a spiral in some sort, and I felt really low. And I think what got me out of that mindset or state was when I took it upon myself to, just see a therapist. So at school, we have a therapist. So I've been going for sessions. I think this time it's going to be my 4th session. And I've been really just been feeling okay, right? Because when you have depression and anxiety at the same time, it can be really, it's like a clash between your emotions and your mind and your body. Everything is just working. It's not one accord. It's not working together. Everything is just working, opposite. So for me, and also I think in my journey of accepting the fact that I was not okay back then, it allowed me to start a journey of discovery, a journey of connecting with God. And I don't want to lie to you guys, just praying a lot and just forgiving a lot, because I felt as if like I had like a whole lot of hatred and hate and resentment in my heart. And I felt as if like, okay, in order for me to be forgiven for all the things that I've done to hurt certain people in my life, how can I expect them to forgive me if I can't forgive, them, right? So for me, realizing and identifying that I'm just not okay right now and I'm just going out of spiral, because with the depression, you guys, it's like you see people, and you go out there, you put yourself out there, it's all smiles and happy and jolly, everything is nice. But as soon as you get home, everything now, it's like it's paused. You don't really exist, but you don't exist in your mind because your thoughts are crippling you. Your emotions are all over the place. Like I said, you are scared and you are scared and tired at the same time. Like, it's so confusing. And the only thing that got me through this was when I actually when I told my mom that, okay, Mom, I think I'm depressed right now. And she was like, how can I manage to help you overcome this? And I was like, I think me just seeing a therapist and just talking to someone that who is like a complete stranger, it's gonna help me open up a new horizon whereby I'm just able to open up. Right? And she was like, okay, see a therapist. Booked a therapist at school. My first decision was a whole lot of emotions all over the place, a whole lot of just accepting what is and just being in the moment and just taking whatever it is that I had to take in that moment. My second session, it was a bit rough because she was going hard on me. Like, this time she was actually just going hard on me. So she was just making me take accountability for things. And I was like, no, I did not. And she was like, who is the therapist here? So I had to take a whole lot of accountability for my second session. And for my third session, I felt like I could breathe again, just coming out of a toxic relationship. And also, like, when it's important for people to heal out of a relationship. It's very important, right? Because I think at times we are so naive of the things that we have been through and not actually taking into account that certain things that we've been through, things that we have caused upon ourselves to go through, that they were traumatic experiences, right? So with my past relationship, right, I felt like I needed to prove myself a bit more. I felt as if like I had to work for the attention, for the affection. Even though I didn't know that I had a low self-esteem back then. I just had this thing of, if I can't have him, then who am I going to have? Like, who am I going to have? Not knowing that I'm going to have her, So I just had that thing, like, if I don't have him, then who's gonna, take me, have me? So I had a low self-esteem back then. And me accepting that I was in a downfall mentally and with my emotions being all over the place allowed me to work on myself. So with depression and anxiety, if you're battling with depression and anxiety, I plead that you talk to someone. I plead that if you don't have someone to talk to, you can send me a DM on Facebook or on Instagram. You can talk to me in the comment section, because there was this, I'm not sure if I'm going to insert it here, but I think I want to. There's this girl on Facebook. She's from America, right? I think she had 3 kids, if not 2 kids, right? And she has been posting crazy things on Facebook and just telling everyone that, okay, I'm not okay, nobody wants to help me with my kids, even though it's my responsibility. I brought these kids to, the world. The father of my kids is not participating when it comes to just helping me raise these kids. Sis has been posting, those things back to back to back, right? And I only started following her after, she passed away. So, because I didn't know of her or about her story. So, she said that she also had another post on her page. She was like, when I leave this earth, make sure that the father of my kids doesn't have access to my kids because he is not present now. Then 3 days later, mind you, okay, she drove her car in the driveway, and purposely drove her car into another person who was driving the car as well. She died, and then the person she drove herself to was a white man. He is in hospital. I don't know if he's discharged now or whatnot, what's happening with that. And it's so crazy how we tend to neglect mental illness. However, the outcome, the reciprocation of neglecting such a huge, because I feel as if like I don't even feel it's facts, right? The brain is the stronger muscle there is. It's so powerful. The fact that we get to neglect our mental illness and we get to take serious measure after something drastic has happened. I mean, she has been posting that she's not okay, she needs help, right? And in my mind, I could be like, okay, girl, why don't you ask your mother to help you with the kids for the weekend so that you can go out? And another part of me is like, okay, I need to be sympathetic towards her. I need to show empathy because I don't know what she's going through. I don't know her story. So I think it's very crucial and it's of the essence that we just learn how to be kind with one another because we don't know what the next person is going through. As much as I have a story of having anxiety and experienced depression at a certain stage, at a certain point of my life, we need to be cognizant of the fact that there are certain people who have stories, but they choose not to share. So her story literally just blew me away. I think I'm just gonna insert her page so that you guys can just check her out on Facebook. She passed away. I think it was a family member that came on and just explained everything to us, as the people that had been following her. And I only just heard about her when she died and stuff. And she had two beautiful kids. They were boys, and her children were under the age of 10, so they could be 8 or whatnot below that. And I just want you to know that if you're struggling with something, you're not alone. Like, you're just genuinely just not alone. And I want you to know that I love you. And I don't want to cry because just having an experience of just knowing that I felt really, really low in my life and I don't want to cry. I promised myself that I won't cry, but just knowing how it feels to be alone and not have anyone and just, I don't know, it just gets to me. So like, when you know that you're not feeling okay and you are alone, you're just going through a breakup and stuff, just know that I care for you and you matter. And there's no better time for you to actually just become victorious and not become the victim of the situation, but actually come out on top and be victorious. So, gosh, I promised myself that I'm not gonna cry because I'm a true gangster. But yeah, and I love you so much and I truly do appreciate you. So if you're going through depression and anxiety, you're not alone. And the fact that you're able to identify the fact that you are depressed, you're a boss. Honestly, you are. So take care of yourself, take care of your mental health, read self-love books, read books that provoke you mentally to want better for yourself. I want you to watch this video and feel so better about yourself just because you now want to open up a new chapter and you want to grow as a person. So thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you next time on my next video. I love you.